Welcome everyone to episode 19 of The Lookout. I am Meelz. I am here with the Platinum Chanel boy Jeff. What's good, man?
Oh man, everything's good, dude. 19
episodes. Android 19. What are we doing? We reached Android status at this point. Like we're here.
Android 19.
Oh my god! And we also have a guest on the line. We've had a lot of guests for season 3, and we just keep piling on the guests.
Hey,
we
man,
have
this one right here though. It's big money, man. It's a lot of money behind this one now.
We have a friend of several podcasts on RNC. You've been on the A Show before, has his own podcast, Ugly Radio. Let's see it. We have Rob here. What's good, man?
What's poppin'? What's good? I'm so happy to be a part of a podcast as a guest. Dolo. This is new for me. This is my first on a podcast by myself.
Listen, it's a different experience. I mean, I think, like, you know what, it's weird because a lot of people are. Justin is asking, he's like, yo, how come no one calls me for a podcast on my own? And like Carlos would do that too, whereas I'm on like a million different podcasts for some reason.
But it's like they're always around, you know what I mean? So it's different.
Yeah. It is what it is. Rob, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just trying to like set up future guests for my show, trying to make cameos in other shows, just get the word out that I'm a free agent.
Top free agent. It's like LeBron James of podcasting.
Feel me? But like I just wanna work the indies, honestly.
Wow.
We just build this repertoire. I feel you very, very strongly, my friend. Listen, he
gets to talk Dragon Ball Z with us today.
I'm hyped. When Meelz asked me to be on it, I was so hyped. Just locked.
Listen, it's just good to talk Dragon Ball Z, quite honestly. Like, it's just fun.
I'm ready. Awesome. I locked into this. I did research and everything.
That's good, man. That's a mark of a good guest, man. Listen, we're gonna get into a lot of things here. First of all, before we get into anything, I saw something on the timeline that Jeff actually retweeted.
What was it?
What is it called? Jump Force?
Oh yeah.
The Jump Force game.
Yeah.
What the hell is that game about? Please,
it's just a fighting. I mean, it's just a fighting game, but it's like hectic. It's very hectic. Like it's not like your average, like Tekken or even. It's more closer to what's the Dragon Ball Z game?
Xenoverse? No.
Xenoverse?
Like Xenoverse. It's more like that, but faster and more hectic. But it has a bunch of different anime leads basically fighting on one game.
Characters like from the Shonen Jump mangas. So like awesome. They just keep it in that room.
So it's like there's guys from Hunter x Hunter on there, you know what I'm saying?
Did they throw you in there? I'm coughing.
Man, look, bro.
So here's the thing I was confused about the trailer. I'm confused. I'm looking at the trailer and I'm like, okay, these are all fictional characters. But they're like, it's like a mix of like the actual universe. Like there's like Times Square, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there's like Namek or like something. And I saw the Statue of Liberty on Namek or something like that. Like something weird.
I'm not sure what they're like, what the, like the actual backstory to the story mode or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah,
they got something going on for sure. Yeah, they definitely got something going on.
I mean, it's an interesting concept for a game, quite honestly.
There's been others like them, like J-Stars. But this is, I guess they're putting a little bit more money behind this one. They're promoting it way different. I remember J-Stars came out, people didn't even know it came out. But Gon and Killua was on that too, so I copped, obviously. So.
And this isn't like an RPG. Like this isn't like a Kingdom Hearts of anime or like something like that.
It's just like it's literally like a fighter game. It's a fighting game, but it's just very
crazy, honestly.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Real. It's like fan service, man. I don't think people are buying the game to get a top rated game. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, we've got I just wanted to talk about that because I thought that was very, very interesting.
I know.
We got a lot to talk about in this episode. Actually, we just have like really just like a few major points. Just a couple major. We're talking on this episode. We're talking fusion, which is big, which is something that lasts throughout the series. We're talking about Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
Goku finally turns to Super Saiyan 3. That's a thing. We talk about the villain no longer becoming a villain, but actually becoming even more of the villain in this series, which is
I mean,
it's a thing.
It's a thing.
And then we have like Gohan development on the side. Just something real quick.
Does it matter? It doesn't matter to you. We're gonna ask that too.
We should ask that. We should ask that as well. Rob, but in terms of you and anime, like, what would you say is like the first anime you remember watching?
The first one I ever remember, I want to say honestly, it was between the original like Gundam Wing and DBZ, because it was on Toonami. So
Toonami.
Those were like the two main ones at first. So, and then after that,
I never got into Gundam. It's weird,
man. Gundam is still pretty good to get into. Like as an adult, it's even better as an adult.
Yeah. Because as a kid, I really didn't appreciate it because it was like pretty complex. But then
it's very complex. But if you watch, bro, it's literally soap opera for grown men. You know,
soap operas and robot, bro. That's it.
Yes, bro. Seriously,
that shit is crazy. I never got into that. I remember the Toonami block. It was like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, and then something else.
Did you enjoy Sailor Moon?
I love Sailor Moon.
I love Sailor Moon. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't like Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon was pretty fire for it was like a good like a little comedy. I'm surprised I watched it.
They haven't rebooted Sailor Moon, right? Like the way they did like Hunter.
No, but I think it's. I feel like it should be in the cards.
There's something on Hulu going on, but I think it's like a whole nother sub-series.
Because I seen they were gonna.
I think
Yu Yu Hakusho. Like they're getting up episodes, which I'm hyped for. I mean,
Yu Yu is like, Yu Yu's top 5.
Okay, I'm looking at what they're doing with Sailor Moon because you know what, you're right. A lot of the animes from like the late '90s, early 2000s are getting either reboots or like reanimations or a lot of different things. Like a few episodes we were talking about that with the Digimon Tri thing, and then we were talking about Pokemon just like made its like the first couple episodes into a movie.
We were
so
hyped for those first few episodes of
Sun and Moon.
We were texting each other about it, and then it just took a nosedive.
Yeah, I stopped watching after like the 3rd episode. I forgot.
Yeah, it's not good. Like it you know what?
Because the animation fit like the Pokemon scene like they were at, and it just fell off for me.
Basically. By the way, a little small thing. We were talking about Sailor Moon. Togashi, who created Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, his wife she created Sailor Moon. So
shit,
it's kind of dope. Yeah. She's actually done some writing for him because he has like back issues, and Hunter went on hiatus for a while. So, but yeah.
Listen, talk about holding it down.
Yeah,
talking about about like
Bulma type holding it down.
Easily, but we're talking about a whole bunch of things. But that was probably. All right, so that was the first couple that you saw. And what do you say are you into now? Like, are you into watching anime currently?
Honestly, I don't really have time to be watching it like that. I need to start My Hero Academia because everybody's telling me about it. Even my brother.
So it's fucking fire.
Yeah, Meelz. I'm about to say Meelz will talk about it.
I'm not trying to talk about it anymore because this is obviously like one of the other animes that I watch. Like I've watched like 4, and
you actually enjoy it. Like you enjoy the show.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
That's good, man. I'm glad because it's probably gonna open you to some more series after this on the show.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know what?
I haven't had time to sit and actually watch shows. Like the last one I actually sat and watched was Full Metal Alchemist, and that was that one and Brotherhood, and I was like the last one.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot in general. So
damn, I really got to get into this entire thing, man. I'm really.
But it'd be cool
after
you get you're all caught up with Hero, right?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, I cleared that.
I want to put something more. I want you to get more into like on a horror side of it because the stories are so great, but like they're very, very they're hard to get through because it's really vulgar and just dark.
So you were talking about Tokyo Ghoul. I was looking that up. I'm
always
vouch.
Tokyo Ghoul is really, really good. There's this other series called Parasite.
Yeah, I've seen
really, really dope. Yeah, Parasite's incredible. Like I really enjoy it.
Dead Man Wonderland for those 2 seasons.
Yes.
On fire.
So there's some stuff for you, man. There's some stuff for you, but of course, I mean, all these cult classics guess you could say, but Dragon Ball Z is still it's still going on. It's still popping. It's still the most popping thing right now.
It still fits, man.
Incredible.
Let's get into the episode. But before we get into the episode, Jeff, you know what time it is.
What?
It is time for Last Time on the Lookout. I mean, you knew this was coming. You knew this was coming, though. You knew this was coming. Rob, I don't know if you know. What did we even
talk about last week?
We play a game every episode where me and Jeff go back and forth. We have 30 seconds, essentially, to summarize the last time what we talked about on the Lookout. So it's just to keep everyone in tune.
We talked about Majin Vegeta last time, bro.
Hold on. We got time. We gonna see. Listen, you called it.
No, I did, bro.
And you're gonna do the one this episode. So you know what? It is what it is.
Let's get it. I made a mistake, man. Let's get it.
I'm gonna start the time. The time. Rob, just take a seat. Crack open some for 30 seconds. I don't know what you could drink in 30 seconds, like maybe. But, all right.
It's a legend.
And we're gonna get it started, ladies and gentlemen. This is Last Time on the Lookout, and go.
Last time on the Lookout, my man's Vegeta went crazy, killed a whole bunch of civilians. Goku threatened to kill Supreme Kai as well. Vegeta flew off. Goku flew off. Vegeta made himself explode, killed Fat Buu. Fat Buu came back. Am I at 30 seconds?
Nah, you got like five more.
And that's it.
You nailed it. Listen, in less than 30 seconds.
I didn't.
I mean, you did.
Y'all know what I was talking about, but
you did forget the part about Mr. Saiyan winning the tournament. You did forget the part about, but you know what? You essentially got the gist of it. We talked about.
I tried to give you the heavy stuff.
And I feel you, and I respect you for that. But also, you missed out on Mr. Saiyan. Mr. Saiyan becomes a big role in this episode. How can we not talk about the world champion, man?
He's a sucker, bro. That's why.
Oh my God, but that was Last Time on the Lookout, and now we're finally going to get into the episode. Let's talk about it, because the first point we have to talk about is Goku waking up from being knocked the F out, like completely. This was the most, I can't believe he trusted Vegeta for a second, but then I can also believe it because Goku's kind of an idiot. Yeah,
I was about to say, dude. Yeah, at the end of the end of the day, he's still gonna be Goku, even in like that type of moment.
So Goku wakes up. He's like, he shrugs it off. He's like, "Yo, Vegeta." It's almost like he just didn't. I'm beginning to wonder what was the plot point behind it, just to keep him out for a few episodes.
Yeah, I think that's it. They just needed to clear some tape because they knew what they were about to announce.
They didn't want Goku catching that fade as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to take him out. He couldn't be a part of that.
Yeah, you got to say Goku.
I feel like his general gist in every saga is, let's put him on the sidelines for a bit. Let's build up, let's build up the bodies. Let's build up the destruction. Let's build up everything, and then we're gonna bring him back into like clear house.
Yeah, let's let everybody know that nobody else can save us but Goku. So basically, all the other characters go in the background because you already know what they're waiting on.
So Krillin and Piccolo are at the lookout, and they're like doing like a little reconvening session. They're like, "Oh my God, listen, Vegeta's dead, Gohan's dead, Goku's nowhere to be found. Like all the main characters are out of the series. What are we supposed to do?"
They're freaking out,
as always. And then Goku just shows up. He's like, "Yo, I'm here. What's good? What's popping?"
Calm down. Didn't die.
How's the weather up here? Oh my God. Meanwhile, the group that gathered the Dragon Balls is making the wish at this time to revive everyone killed by Vegeta. And I got a question.
What,
I don't know. This may be
Are we going back to Are we going back to just like how death means nothing?
That could possibly it too. Death is really.
They gathered those Dragon Balls in 1.5 episodes. Everybody back.
Death is really not a thing in this episode, but I want to wonder what's the point in reviving these people? Like from a writing standpoint, what do you think? Like just between Jeff, you guys, and Rob too. Like what do you think is?
Well, I mean, I don't think they knew what was gonna happen later on. So I was like, all right. I guess to them, they figured let's revive the people so they're still alive, but they wasn't expecting everything else to happen afterwards. Like
Oh my
nobody was
god.
expecting human extinction attack, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that it was one of those things they had to play it in Goku's wishes because even when you saw when it happened, that was a situation where that was the first time we got to see Vegeta really do something massively evil. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And they just want to reverse that because that's not who he is. And I guess it would just be, I mean, if you leave it how it is, it's like, well, damn.
And maybe it's the point from the actual just story. Like none of those, Android 18, Bulma, Chi-Chi, none of them know about Majin Buu as of yet.
Yeah.
They're around flying. They just know that Vegeta's wilding. He killed a bunch of people. He's doing some crazy things that they're not exactly proud of, and they're just like, "Yo, let's revive everyone." But from a writing standpoint, I'm wondering, like, literally, you kill everyone 10 episodes after this. Like, you brought people back to kill them again. You can only be wished back once with the Dragon Ball. So it's those group of people that are brought back can never be brought back again.
Why don't we wait until all this is settled and then wish people back? Is that what you're saying, basically?
I'm saying gather the Dragon Balls at some point, but it's just like, why even?
Just not right now.
I feel like it's just busy work just to like for the Dragon Balls. We're making this wish, but I'm thinking from a writing standpoint, I'm thinking like, yo, what was the point if you guys, unless they're writing this from like the
wait a minute, Meelz. So you're right because those people didn't get wished back again, did they? They're not going to be able to.
The whole world gets wished back. I mean, again, I guess.
I know.
They get wished back with the Namekian Dragon Ball. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I guess whatever. You see, that's what happens. It's like here's two sets of Dragon Balls to confuse you.
Yeah. That's confusing. Honestly,
it's fucking crazy. But
anyways,
Goku's back. Goku's back in the fold.
Yeah, he's back again.
He's back in the fold. He grabs everyone. He's like, "Listen, we're chilling on the lookout. You gotta ask Dende. Dende is like, I'm cool with it, even though no one is supposed to be here but me."
Breaking all kinds of universe laws.
It's like, listen, we're gonna get kids, grandpa, horny grandpa, everybody's up on the lookout, fucking Ox King, like everyone. Ox King way more visible in the saga than we've seen him any other time. Like he actually dies.
Like I mean, everybody gotta get it.
We have that. So Goku transports everyone to the lookout and he sort of, preps them on everything. He's like, listen, Gohan's dead. Everyone's like, Gohan's dead. What's going on here? Like literally, like
yeah, because that's not something you hear every day,
Gohan dying is like, if there is a sign that everything is going wrong, it's them believing that Gohan's dead.
Yeah, he's the most protected character, bro.
If Vegeta or Goku dies, it's like, all right, well,
Yeah, they're coming back.
Right, you already know.
Like Gohan dies, it's like, what was he doing not reading?
That's facts.
Like, what was he doing to die? Like fighting? It couldn't be. But this is crazy. So they pretty much, prep everyone back on everything, and we get to this point where Goku's just like, there's only one thing that can, solve this issue, and that is fusion. Let's talk about fusion for a bit.
Once again, Goku, he's like, hey, I got something that can help all of us.
Let's talk about fusion and Goku being the conduit for fusion, which is something that
it's like, come on, man.
We have the fusion. Let's talk about the fusion. Fusion dance. It's one of the most probably, if anything has come from the Buu saga that is used from here on out. It's the fusion. We see it in various forms throughout this entire series. What do you guys think of the fusion, just in general? Just is it not used enough? Do you guys believe like it's a cool idea? Do you guys believe, like what are your general?
I love it, man. I've always liked it. It wasn't, as long as it never got corny to me. I didn't mind it. But I wanted it to always be in specific situations. Of course, I don't want that to be the always the thing to go to. I'm glad there's rules to it. You know what I mean? Because they had to put rules to it, or it would just be OP. And, but I like it. I don't know about used more between maybe specific characters. I don't want to see it be a broad thing. Like, let's all start fusing because that's what we have to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was in the what was it, Budokai 2 and 3.
Yeah, they let you
fusions and all that stuff. But like,
yeah,
I enjoyed fusion too because they didn't always need it. They never really brought it up as much. But like we saw it in the Buu saga, then we saw it when Goku and Vegeta, and that was pretty much it between those two. And then until we get to Super, but that's a long way from now.
Yeah, fusion. I mean, fusion to me, it seemed like the natural progression. I feel like just in anime in general, after someone becomes incredibly strong, like the only way to make people stronger after you've made them incredibly OP is just to combine them with another person.
Yeah,
because I feel like that's
true. I mean, dude, even thinking about what they were trying to do with Trunks and Goten, right? It's like, well, we have two separate characters. One character, he already has a whole lot of information about him, but in a different time. So, but we know who he is and we know who Goten is, but we don't really have the, we can't. They can't give him two different storylines. They got to keep them together. And basically putting the fusion stamp on them. I mean, to me, they're the logo, you would say.
That's like, your special technique. Yeah.
Right. Like they're the logo. They're the fusion logo, in my opinion. Like,
to me, like Goten and Trunks don't have they don't have a special technique. They don't have like a Kamehameha or a Galagon or anything. They don't have various plot points in the series. Shit. They're just comical characters. But the one thing they do have, which I guess sets them apart from everybody else, is like they have like the trademark on fusion.
Yeah,
like you'll always remember like those two were like
that's them,
the strongest people to ever fuse ever. I guess besides like the Namekian fusion.
And they were blessed to get Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, at this point, but
we'll talk about
so. That Goku's like, listen, I'm running low on time. I don't know how. Like the time has always been a weird shit.
I'm about to say, you would have thought he would have had to leave.
From the 5 minutes on Namek.
Like, how long was he knocked out? Literally, though. He's probably only really knocked out on the ground for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes and us for like 5 episodes.
Right, I'm just saying, bro. He couldn't have been knocked out that long.
All this happened within like a couple days in the story?
No, because Goku's only there for 24 hours.
He's only got 24 hours to even be there.
All this shit happened in the same day. It's like Monday morning they went to the tournament, by like 3 p.m., by brunch time, everyone's dead. Right.
Because when Gotenks goes Super Saiyan and he gets beat up. Oh, no. When Gotenks first comes out and he gets beat up the first time, Piccolo goes, well, tomorrow you're going to go Super Saiyan. So at this point,
right,
already back in the other world because his time ran out.
Wait, didn't Goku get more time?
Nah, he didn't. He's already at the point.
He actually had less time.
I know after he went Super Saiyan 3, he lost more time too as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he had to go back, and then they had to go into hyperbolic with Goten and Trunks.
Okay, yeah.
Then their time, but he was already back on Kai Planet with Gohan.
So, and we'll get in all of that, but essentially Goku is like, listen, this is the only way we can beat this enemy because I can't beat him at this state.
I don't know what y'all want from me, so y'all gotta Goku, figure this shit out, is what he said.
Goku would be lying, but he's like, listen, I can't do much in this state, but the Earth's fate is going to have to be in the boys, and I'm going to teach them the fusion dance. As a child, yes, I've done the fusion dance myself. I'm not going to front.
Of course. Duh. I mean, shit.
You find
they fuse with the wall. You tried the dance.
When I actually see Meelz, we absolutely have to do it.
We're gonna do it. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe not the full thing, but we can definitely do the. No,
we have to do the full thing. Yeah. There's no Piccolo. No half step and no Piccolo about this, man. We're not doing
and it's kind of big. I mean, even like athletes do it for celebrations.
Yeah,
it happens.
The bar was doing it.
Yeah, and there's Atlanta United. They have 2 players that do it every time somebody assists and scores. So yeah, man, it's everywhere, man. Shouts Go Tinks, man.
Listen, cultural icon. Who knew?
It's great, bro.
Fusion dance becomes a major part of their story forever, and it's like, it's weird because, all right, so it's just the sort of legacy of fusion. And now that we're talking about fusion, because we're definitely going to talk about, upcoming arcs where we, there's going to be fusion involved, but just to sort of wrap fusion in this giant thing.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do the same exact moves in perfect symmetry, all right? Let's give it a try. What's wrong?
I don't think Goten knows what symmetry is, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Well, it's... How should I put it? It's like... Well, no. Mirrors and... Oh, I've got it. Piccolo and I can show you how it's done.
Are you sure?
This should be good.
Now, watch us very carefully. We only have time to demonstrate this once. Just follow me, Piccolo, and do what I do. But in reverse, like a mirror opposite. View... Jun... Ha! That is symmetry.
What the heck was that? Is this fusion or a junior high prom?
I don't know how I feel about that being our last hope to save the world.
Now, are you two ready to give it a try?
Fusion's done. It's done sparsely, but it's pretty much almost exclusively done by Saiyan throughout this entire show.
Correct.
Does everyone have their own favorite fusion? Just in general. I'm talking about Ball, Z, GT, Super. I'm talking about excluding Budokai.
Okay.
What's yours, Rob?
Mine's is probably Gogeta. Barely in the show, but when he was
I hear you.
OP.
I hear you.
My man Gogeta. He was in that movie.
GT, that was it. And in GT, he was in Super Saiyan 4.
Ooh, what was the name of that movie? It was with Janemba.
Janemba,
yeah.
That was the only time he was there, and then he gave Janemba the crazy Molly, and that was it.
Oh my god! And then they do it in GT, and it's like that isn't enough. Like the fusion wears off. So there's obviously, to avoid making it OP, because imagine if there wasn't a time limit on these fusions.
That would just be it'd be too much. You'd have Goten and Trunks just staying that way.
You know what, Jeff? What's yours?
You know what? Man?
I feel like I have a feeling what yours is, but go ahead.
Dude, honest man, after Super, bro, I really like Cleffa, but I don't know if I can not look past Zamasu Fuse, bro. Like, I love Zamasu Fuse. I love the design. Not the melting arm version. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Talking about the angel wings, the
halo.
Bruh.
Listen, man. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I wish it was drawn. I wish it looked just like the end of the Goku and Jiren scene. I wish they just gave it all of that, man. I mean, it was good, but it could have been a lot better.
No, the first 70 episodes of Super is
oh my god, bro! I don't even want to talk about that. I try to act like that didn't even happen.
Oh my god!
It's drawn so weird.
I'm watching it now. They're finally getting to the Tournament of Power in the actual dub.
Yeah,
so
I heard.
I'm watching that now, but it's gonna take a million years for us to get to the actual fight. My favorite, you said Kefla. I love Kefla. I think Kefla is just a very unique design.
Mm-hmm. And depending on how it progresses, I want to see like what you know what I'm saying? Like that has a lot to do with it too. Like what else is it going to mean later?
I think I just like Kefla because Kefla just seemed like
I know. It's because it's new, man, and it looked really good and it was fresh.
You know, it's not even that. So I'm thinking about like Vegeta, and I'm just thinking like they just took Goku's clothes and like switched the colors.
Yeah. That's why Gogeta is better in my.
Are you a fan of Broly? Is that also why you like Kefla?
No, I just think the way it was introduced, her attacks are very fire.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
very
bro.
colorful attacks and very strong. They made her like super strong.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just seemed like, but it's pretty much the same character type as like Vegeta. Like it's just the same, and in Gotenks, just people who are just too strong, too cocky, too assholey for their own good.
I like Gotenks' personality the best.
I wrote about fusion in Dragon Ball. I said Piccolo made it a hot line and Goku made it a hot song. Piccolo did it first, essentially. Piccolo did it twice.
Yeah, but his shit was lame.
It wasn't like he switched his whole look up.
And even in Super, they have those two Namekians who apparently like absorb their entire planet to fight in this.
It's like, yo, what a waste.
I was like, that was stupid. What's going on? He's like, we have an entire race behind. I was like, wow,
Meelz, that voice, guys, bro, that voice you just did is hilarious, man.
You thought this through entirely. Like you was like, listen, we need everybody. We're either living or dying. So we need to fuse with everybody. That's actually kind of crazy. But I said, yeah, Piccolo made it hotline. Piccolo was the first person to sort of introduce fusion to the entire series.
You're right.
He did it. We talked about it in the last season of Lookout when we talked about the Android saga. He absorbed Nail before he absorbed Kami at this point. Mm-hmm. Goku just said, we're taking it to another level. I'm going to make this look good, as Will Smith would say in Men in Black. Like, I'm good. It's like, everyone, we get special techniques. People get their own special name. Like Piccolo didn't want to embrace Kamikolo. He didn't want to embrace that name. He was like, "Yo,
say that name again."
Kamikolo.
Kamikolo. Oh my God, how could I forget?
And if he was blood, he would be Bumikolo. That's what I'm saying.
That's
but they learn the fusion technique. They're essentially learning the fusion technique throughout this entire thing. Let's talk about another major event in this entire arc, and let's talk about the introduction of Super Saiyan 3.
Has he really found a way to surpass an Ascended Saiyan? Is that possible?
He must be bluffing. I mean, what would that make him? Double Ascended?
And this...
What's he doing?
...is to go even further beyond!
No, stop it, Goku! If you do this now, it's going to drain away all the time you have left on Earth! And I'd say you need every second of it as it is! Stop it now, Goku!
With terror in the streets!
Feels like the whole world is shaking apart. What is Goku doing? If he doesn't stop this, everything is going to be destroyed.
Please, somebody make it stop!
What's up?
Super Saiyan 3. What's your thoughts, just in general?
I'm not going to do Super Saiyan 3 is probably like my favorite version of the thing.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Because every time Goku uses it, it wasn't on some like he's gonna stay that way. So like even in the movie, he only used it to kill the what was his name?
I forgot. Movie villains or so.
It wasn't like the most last one. All right, whatever. But in one of the movies, he used it just to kill that person with the dragon fist.
Right.
And then
I remember that.
Off on Buu, and then he did it again to show off against Kefla, and that was it. We've never seen him actually get into a big fight. Well, and Janemba, but even then it didn't last that long.
Yeah, I like 3.
You like 3?
I gotta talk about 3 because the reason I like 3 is I like more of the concept. The look is great too. The eyebrows disappear, the hair gets long, and they get this extra level of eyebrow muscle, but just no eyebrows, no hair. And then muscle. And then the hair just gets luscious, and it's amazing. And they look like they turned maybe 15, 20 years older, but like they don't speak. It just seems, I don't know, man. Goku's different like that. Sometimes we talked about when he's in red, how he just looks like a model, and like he was just born, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I just like the concept of 3, the fact that you can't stay in it for long because how draining it is.
That's essentially the story with Super Saiyan 3. Because when I was reading up on it last night, I decided, you know what, let me read up on Super Saiyan 3. I've never actually read up on it and see what's the difference between the regular Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3. And pretty much Goku gives Majin Buu a tutorial throughout this entire thing anyway. He's like, to buy time. Meanwhile, Trunks... let's just run through the story at this point. Trunks is sent on a mission to recover the Dragon Radar. Why they didn't have it on that at that time, I don't know. It just seems like something that would have probably been there, but maybe maybe Goku swooped them up too soon and they just forgot it on the table or something. I don't know. Right. Trunks is sent on a mission to recover the Dragon Radar, and Goku is in the meantime has to distract Majin Buu. Majin Buu is terrorizing people. He is killing people. He's out there with Babidi. He's like stealing ice cream and killing people and all this other stuff, killing towns. Babidi wants to know where's Trunks, where's Goten, and where's Piccolo. Right. I gotta you gotta hit out on them. If you don't let us know where they are, we're gonna blow up islands, and that's it.
Mob ties.
So Goku's just like, I'm gonna distract him for a few minutes. And Goku with
that's a flex.
Well, first of all,
it's a flex, man. This man said, "Look, man, I know even me doing this it's not going to help anything in my situation, but I'm gonna go flex real quick and save my guys some time."
He says, "This is Super Saiyan 1. This is Super Saiyan 2." And the difference between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 is Super Saiyan 2 is essentially the ascended Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
It's more power, it's more strength, it's more speed. I think that's what it mainly focuses on. And then he says, I'm going to show you something new. I'm going to show you Super Saiyan 3. And everyone, is like, Super Saiyan 3? I mean, can it? Is it possible? What's going on here? Blah, blah. And then we have literally the longest transformation sequence I've seen in my life.
Yeah, bro. It's drain. I think they want you to know how much it takes and how draining it is for him to use it.
It's literally like the oceans are moving, the mountains are things, people are de-aging or aging or whatever. Like it's like there's this. You know what? I played the Super Saiyan 3 song. I might do it in the background of this.
Yeah,
because it's got like the electric guitar thing, or just like epic. Like my man went in the studio and like fucked around for hours.
I thought that was gonna be on the Funimation app because that's where I was watching DBZ, but they don't use the Bruce soundtrack. Nah.
Shout out Funimation.
Oh my god!
They use
shout out to Bruce Falconer. That's whack. All right. Well, you know what? Because the initial time that I watched it on Toonami, it's literally like, yo, you hear it's literally like a 6-minute transformation. Like it's damn near 6 minutes long.
I remember when the episode dropped, my grandma wanted to like kill me because I was wild.
You be wilding out in the bedroom?
Thinking I'm gonna go Super Saiyan 3 too.
Yeah, you was wilding. First time I
screaming
saw
for like
Saiyan
minutes.
3, I had it in an action figure. I had an action figure of Super Saiyan 3 before I seen it on TV.
That's what's
crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't know how it happened, but the first time I ever saw Goku Super Saiyan 3 was in toy form.
Honestly, the same. Because like with DBZ, I don't know. Like everybody saw pictures online before you even saw the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Like people knew about GT way before it even premiered here, and everybody.
I had already drawn pictures of Super Saiyan 3 because I used to just print out pictures at the library and then draw them.
Same, I was the exact same. See, everybody got like the same type of child with that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I used to print out them at the library and then draw them. So I'd already drawn Super Saiyan 3 at this point. I already drawn that in Buu and everything like that. I've already made my own Super Saiyan 3. Like I've drawn Vegeta as Super Saiyan 3. Like I've done all that.
I just feel like it hit our age group. Like Rob, I don't know how old you are, but I just feel like it hit our age group like all at the same time. Like anime in general.
Like
well, yeah, you're a little bit back, but it's all good. But yeah, it just kind of hit us, and it just happened, and then all of a sudden, that Toonami lineup kind of changed the game for me.
Listen, this transformation is radical. This shit is like big mood. Fucking
so many years later, bro, and I'm over here, grown-ass men, 3 grown-ass men having a good-ass time talking about Buu saga.
The difference between Super Saiyan 3 and the rest of the thing is just this one requires, I guess it's focused a lot more on ki than it actually, or energy rather, if you're not familiar with ki. Way more focused on energy than anything. It's more straining, and it's not just it presents a lot of power. Don't get me wrong. It's incredibly straining, and it's incredibly like based on ki. It's why literally throughout any time Goku has used it, he's used it for a time that's just not very long.
Yeah.
And you talk about the movie we just talked about. We talked about it in Super. He used it against Beerus. He used it against Kefla at some point.
He did it in GT as well, as when he was a little kid.
Yeah, he used it in GT. He used it at the end of the saga, but he couldn't manage to keep the form just because it's just draining so much. Yeah,
he does it in Fighters too for just a quick second in one of his finishes.
Really?
He goes into it, and then he does an elbow, and then he disappears, and he shoots a huge Kamehameha, and then he goes back out of it. That's the that's the finisher.
It's a form that's like, for some reason, it's just like it's there, but it's like the most like untapped form that he used. It's like the one that's like under construction the most. It's like
he really doesn't know what he can do with it. I don't think. I mean, maybe he knows, and that's why he does. It's just too much.
Either he knows, or like he just knows these other forms are powerful because he never used it.
He never uses it because by the time we get to Super, he's only using like Super Saiyan 2 and then after that he'll go straight into Blue or something.
Go straight into Blue. That's it. He goes 2 Blue, and then whatever happens next happens next. Sometimes he'll turn red on.
But he puts up a good fight against Buu. He's actually, and Majin Buu is like, oh, I like this. Like he's actually having a good time fighting someone that's even close to his equal. But as soon as Trunks gets the Dragon Radar, and at some point he screams at Trunks. I felt that in my bones.
I did.
I've had my dad scream at me, or like my mom scream at me, like, "Yo, get the!" And I'm just like, "All right, cool, bet."
Trunks is like, "All right, say no more."
He finally gets the radar, and then Goku's just like, "Listen, we're out." There's a warrior that's going to show up in a couple of days. It's going to want to fight you, and it's going to be lit, and you're going to love it. But until then, I'm out. It's done. And we get a moment, he powers down for Super Saiyan 3, and then he heads back to the lookout, and, he's exhausted as shit. Apparently, he used up all his time.
Just doing that.
With turning Super Saiyan 3 and use up a lot of ki and a lot of energy. That's so much
nice
that he only has 30 minutes left on Earth. Which sucks. I mean, it is what it is, but it's kind of a way to write him out pretty early, or at least, make people seem a lot more in peril than they actually are and give everyone a heart attack.
Let me ask y'all a question. If he would have had more time left, could he have another kid? Because we know what Goku likes to do before he goes back and leaves. That's what happened to Goten.
I feel like he could have done a lot of things.
For real.
He probably would have had another kid, honestly.
Oh my god. But the funny part is Piccolo asked Goku, why didn't he try to beat Majin Buu while he was there? Which is like any logical person would ask this. Because duh. And Goku says, I probably could have beaten Majin Buu, but I want to leave it up to the boys and leave it up to the people on Earth. And I'm just like, you idiot.
What a fool. But it gives you that, to me, that's just the show confirming how strong Super Saiyan 3 is as well. I mean, I feel that way about a lot of things. Sometimes when they do stuff like that, it's almost just like, well, we can't really confirm to you really how strong something is, but here's an idea. So take Goku's word for it.
I hate it.
I don't want to, because you see what happens. Like,
I know.
Literally,
it almost went
about to talk about.
It almost went the completely wrong way. Even Piccolo yelled at him.
Listen, it goes completely wrong. We're going to talk about it in about the next 10, 15 minutes. It goes completely wrong anyway. Because Goku decided, listen, I know I was strong enough to beat Majin Buu. I probably could have at that point. But you know what? I'm not going to. And a few questions about Super Saiyan 3, a few comments about Super Saiyan 3. Initially, they wanted to draw it with a tail, is what I'm also hearing.
Yeah, that would have turned me on. I'm mad they didn't do that.
Thoughts on that?
I mean, you know how I feel about Saiyan tails, dude. I mean, I think it's a dope asset for the character. I don't know why. I like it wrapped around the waist. I just think it's a nice accessory.
It would have been cool to see.
Yeah, that's all.
They're supposed to get their tails back at a certain point in battle.
Yeah, we talked about
we've
had some weird conversations about the tails with Goten and Trunks and why they don't have one, and it's some weird stuff.
Gohan doesn't have one, but
it's weird stuff, man.
Also, comments. Why do you think Vegeta never got it or never bothered to attain it? I mean, he finds out Goku can do it from the other world. He's pissed when he returns.
Yeah,
because he was like, Goku could have beaten me and he just chose not to. So he made me beat him up for no reason and made me feel like I'm the man. But clearly I'm still nowhere close to him. How do both of you guys just feel about, do you feel like we should get that in the future? Do you feel like it doesn't make sense for Vegeta? How do you feel?
I mean, I just think it was another way of separating them. I think even though Majin it wasn't a Super Saiyan form, I think Majin Vegeta is a thing, and it's a thing in Dragon Ball Z culture, and I think they didn't want to give it both to them. Also, he does end up getting it in one of those Budokai games. I don't remember which one, but he's in a video game. That's the only time I've ever seen it. 1. And 2, I think he doesn't do it. If they had an explanation, he would probably just say it's a waste of his time. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think.
If he can go 3, I'm gonna go beyond 3.
Or like I said, he knows exactly what it does to Goku, so he's like, why would I do that?
I think I'm probably gonna go with that as the case. He's like, yo, it drains too much stamina, drains too much energy.
Yes. It's not good. Yeah.
I just want to beat people up. Super Saiyan 2 is it requires less energy and he gets to hit people very, very hard. Right. So he's like, why would I attempt Super Saiyan 3?
Would you guys enjoy a callback one day? Would you guys enjoy a true mastering of Super Saiyan 3 and it having some type of meaning?
Probably not, because they've gone with the blue and shit.
Right. I know. I was just, I told you about that dream I had, man.
It would have to be someone else completely. It would not be Goku nor Vegeta at this point.
I hear you.
I'd have to see somebody else.
It would probably have to be Kale or something, or Kefla or something like that. It would have to be one of those, or what's his face?
What if they give it to Broly?
Oh fuck no. It would have to be what's his face? What's Vegeta's apprentice in Super?
Damn.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The little kid from the Universe 6?
Oh, Kaba?
Kaba, there we go.
Yeah.
It would have to be Kaba. Give Kaba some speed. I
mean, I think Kaba, he didn't get fusion, so we know that's not his path. So yeah, you're right. Kaba does need something fresh. He's the first one to turn Super.
You're right. He turned Super Saiyan 2.
You're right, bro. You're right, bro. You may be right, bro. You may be onto something.
Let's give him something new.
What if his type of Saiyan doesn't? What if he doesn't lose energy when he's in Super Saiyan 3? Who knows, man?
He probably does. I don't know. He don't look any different than the rest of them. let's swoosh over into the other world because Goku's back. Meanwhile, everyone on Earth is just like in peril. They're trying to teach, Goten and Trunks the fusion. Goten and Trunks don't want to learn it, or they're getting tired, or the parents are just like it's too late. They need to go sleep or something like that. Right. We go to the other world. Gohan's alive, and this is like a little side quest for Gohan. I don't know. It's supposed to lead up to something, but then when you find out what it actually leads up to, it makes you very like wary about this entire thing. Supreme Kai and Kibito bring Gohan to the planet of the Kais. They're like, we think he is the one who can remove the Z Sword. Z Sword seems initially cool.
Yeah, of course it initially seems cool. I mean, if it's anything sword related, I'm usually down. Especially in a show like this that's not sword heavy. Because that makes it unique.
Z Sword is here. They began training with said sword. Like just swinging it around. I guess that counts as training, constitutes as training. Goku shows up and he's like, oh shit, Gohan's here. He's alive. Oh shit. And he's dressed up like a Kai.
My son.
Yo, where you been? Yo.
Are you dead?
Oh my god. Goku finds out where he is, and then he tries to help with the training with the Z Sword. And they're just like, oh, Gohan's like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to do it. Like, yo, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm supposed to swing the sword like this and become stronger. Crazy.
Crazy.
Z Sword, is it the same sword that Trunks has?
I don't know for a fact. I thought that was.
Let me look.
Man, we're getting it. We're about to get into because did Gohan give him that sword in the future?
Someone gave him that sword.
Oh wait, Taipon.
Oh, okay.
Movie though, but I don't know if the movie really counts.
Yeah.
I mean, it showed up in the anime.
Yeah, it counted. It counted, I guess. No, that's right. But still, what? I mean, hey, they are connected in that sense. So
listen. All right. Well, they both got swords. It worked out well for both of them. They're training with the swords. Goku's like throwing mountains at it. And he's just like, yo, cut this. It's like, yo, cut this. And then Supreme Kai is just like, yo, I have the hardest metal on Earth. It's the densest metal that you've ever seen, ever. It's called Kachin.
It's vibranium.
Vibranium.
Oh my god. Let me throw it at you. Let's see if you could cut this. Clow bodies the sword. The sword has no chance. They cut the fucking sword.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest shit ever.
How do you feel about this part, Meelz?
Where the old Kai comes out the sword? I felt it could have been, you know what? I don't think we needed to go through a useless sword to get the old guy.
Right. It was kind of weird.
But apparently he was trapped in the sword.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing we could do about that.
How did he not know he was in the sword though? How did they not know?
Because they're apparently, you know what? We learn from here on out, or maybe we've learned from before. Supreme Kai is like kind of terrible at his job.
Yeah.
Like my man is supposed to know things and has no idea. He just knows that there's a legend about the sword that makes you stronger. He has no idea how to use the sword. He has no idea how it makes you stronger. He's just like, yo, it's just a legend of a sword. The sword you're supposed to swing. It makes you stronger, blah, blah, blah.
Not sure if I can confirm. Let's see.
Old Kai is released from the sword. What does everyone think of Old Kai, just quickly?
Nothing.
I just thought he was just another character.
Another horny old guy.
Yeah, that's it, bruh.
So the training results in the sword being broken. Old Kai is released, and they're like, holy shit, what's going on here? And you know what? That's what we'll talk about right now for the Gohan's training, because essentially next episode will be heavy on Gohan, and then it just won't be. Majin Buu. Let's run it back to Earth. Majin Buu. Now, Majin Buu is a villain. I never got Rob. What's your thoughts on Majin Buu just in general?
Fat Buu?
Yeah, which Buu we talking about? In like all of them?
Fat Buu.
Fat Buu right now. Yeah.
Fat Buu was straight. It was cool. I'm just wondering how they got beat up by that. Like he came off as a childish villain, which most of the time ends up being the most powerful one. And then he just switches the game up when he gets a dog and doesn't want to kill nobody no more.
That's it, man. Shouts to dog.
Like, all right, cool. But in terms of Buu, I like Super Buu the most.
Super Buu is awesome. Yeah, Super Boo's fire, man. I'm a Kid Buu nigga, but I enjoy Super Buu myself.
Super Saiyan 3, after the Super Saiyan 3 fight, Buu comes to the realization that he does not like Babidi. He does not like someone telling him what to do. He does not like someone riding him all the time. He doesn't like any of this. So he kills Babidi.
He's like, yo, you know what, man? This is why are you still in my ear, man?
I think he grabs him by the throat and then punches his head or something like that, and it explodes all over the place.
You got sick of this man.
It's weird.
Man really just offed him, man. Like, I don't even know why. It just like bodied Bobby's whole character.
Good. I mean, I'm cool with it.
I didn't care. Yeah, cool.
He goes on a rampage, destroying cities because that's essentially what he's known how to do. But throughout various times, he's taught kindness. He builds a house. He helps this blind kid see.
You like those episodes?
Not really. I could do it without.
I could do it on too, man. They're cool. Like the first time you watch them, you're like, oh, this is kind of cute. But like, I don't really need to see them a second or third time.
So here's the thing. This arc is long as shit anyway.
Yeah.
It's long as hell. So the fact that they also had to pencil in, besides the fact,
my man Meelz went for a tumble.
I knocked over the mic. Besides the fact we had to pencil in 2 separate tournaments, Gohan going to school, mad other shit that didn't matter. You also have to pencil in character development for the villain to turn him good. So we have to take essentially the fact that he is the most hated person in this series thus far. He is the most evil. He is the threat essentially to Earth. Yeah. And then we have to manage to squeeze in about like 4 or 5 episodes to make him good for the actual evil. So to me,
it's a lot, bro. Yes.
In terms of just like episode management, I guess it's a lot
everywhere.
This saga in whole, the whole thing, you know, it just leading up to from top to bottom. It's like it could have been shortened. I mean, when you really watch, it's like some of that stuff is not worthy. A lot of it's not worthy, and then there's some stuff that's really good, and there's some stuff that's good, and then everything else is just alright.
What if this was the end? What if Majin Buu learns, oh, kindness is great. You know, I'm not going to kill anybody anymore. And then they're like, this is how we defeated the villain.
I'd be so tired.
I mean, yeah, we may not be talking right now properly.
Running back to the story, Mr. Saiyan, he's sent on a mission. He's like, listen, Majin Buu is the biggest threat ever. I'm going to be the one to kill him. But he doesn't like try to kill him by fighting him. He tries to kill him in this like Acme cartoon fashion where he like plants a bomb in his food or like poisons his drinks or like some shit like that. And none of
your favorite parts.
I mean, you know what? The Mr. Satan part, I'm not mad at Mr. Satan because you know what's weird about Mr. Satan that I realized walking before we did the show?
What's up?
He is one of the only characters in this series, in this entire Z, to not die.
Really?
How ironic is that?
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
He's literally Goten, Trunks, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, you know, Ox King. Everybody dies. Dende dies. Mr. Satan's literally the only one who never dies. Krillin died 4 times.
Death is easy for him, man. He's used to this.
Mr. Satan, they befriend a dog named B. I love B. I like dogs. And Mr. Satan convinces Buu, he's like, listen, you don't have to follow. He's like, Boo's just like, I only know to kill. I don't know what else there is out there. And he's like, listen, you just have to not kill anymore. Yeah. And Boo's like, cool. That's life. That's amazing. The Hercule and Buu relationship will live throughout the series and become essentially what Boo's kind of known for throughout the entire time because he doesn't really do anything without Mr. Satan after the saga. He doesn't really have a presence in Super thus far. And I think in GT, his only presence was fusing with...
Buu? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they gave Buu a little bit of, you know, A little bit of fun time
like
filler.
I feel like at some point, because the way they've like written him throughout the other series, I feel like they just figured out like he wasn't that good.
Right.
Like
he's still, he's still pretty OP. He's just not really, he's not a fighter anymore. He's too carefree.
I feel like they decided halfway through this arc that he's not the right villain, and maybe they should go back to the drawing board and go back to what works. Because
I hear you.
Because I think it was getting too complicated in terms of just like, how do we make this incredibly childish guy with a good heart evil? And what does his real motivations as an evil person actually be? Because in Super, he's rarely used. They rarely use him. In GT, he kind of fuses with Oob and becomes this entire thing. So you don't really even see him much in GT. I just think they didn't really find a purpose for Fat Buu after a while. They're just like, yo, my man is just kind of like...
We'll put him in the video games.
Yeah.
We can sell merch with him.
Mr. Saiyan, essentially, there's two robbers that come and they shoot B, the dog, terrible, which gets Buu mad and get Buu angry. Mr. Satan essentially rolls up to the mountain and bodies the fuck out of both of these guys.
Damn.
Like with guns and everything. Mr. Satan throws them off a cliff. I don't know how they didn't die, but he throws them off a cliff. It's literally the only part of where Mr. Satan actually uses whatever martial arts he has, and it's actually a good thing. They go about their day, but then one of the robbers survives and he shoots Mr. Satan. But Buu revives him. But essentially, it starts to manifest the evilness inside Buu. Whatever leftover evilness inside begins to manifest itself, and it starts shooting like steam out his head and all these other things. It becomes this very like intense situation where Buu's just like, just leave. Like, and
I like that voice, that Buu voice, man.
I do all the voices, man. Call me for Abridged, I swear. Rob, have you seen Abridged?
I have. I love Abridged. Me and my brother watched.
Oh my god, I'm trying to get Jeff to watch.
I have still not sat down and watched it.
Bro. That shit is so hilarious. Like, you have
it's
to
so
watch
funny.
It when they do the
he
movie.
Calls it bootleg Dragon Ball Z, but I'm just like, bro, it's not even like that.
You have to.
It is so funny.
No, I really need to, and probably when I do, we should do a whole Abridged episode.
Yeah, I was gonna mention to you guys, do the one-off, because they do the show and then they also do the movies.
It's incredible. Like, if you've not watched Abridged, please do yourself a favor. Type whatever Team 4-Star or Dragon Ball Z Abridged into the, like, I've tried to get him to watch it, but we'll get there one day.
We'll get there.
Evil Buu, boom, Evil Buu. It's the quickest of all Buus. We don't see him for a very long time. The man looks like he is on, as J5 would say, that crack.
That crack.
What the fuck is Evil Buu?
Nothing.
What is it? It seems just like it's like placenta or something. It's just like the stuff that comes out after.
This man Meelz, man.
I'm trying to figure out what
Evil Buu is one of the worst designed Buus.
I hate it.
Easily. I mean, he's like gray.
He's gray. He's
skinny. It's just a weird look.
He's great. Go ahead.
He just looks trash.
Because I'm looking. Clothes don't fit.
Yeah, like. Ew.
It's like Buu is on that crack, man. It's crazy. His eyes do different. It's like that. The pupils are like a different color. It's like inverted color. It's like it's gross. It's gross. Evil Buu. He's apparently just a little bit stronger than Fat Buu. How'd that happen? I don't know, but they were
feel like they
that
regret this character, this version, because he's on Evil Buu. I feel like he's not in any, like, this version is not in any game or anything like that. Like, I don't ever see this character.
I'm trying to figure out like what they were smoking to say, like, you know what's gonna happen? Like, we're gonna get the Buu is gonna come out of Buu, and then he's gonna absorb this Buu and become another Buu.
That's how they did
like,
it, bro.
It's the most like, huh? Like, it's the most like Evil Buu fights Majin Buu. There's a fight back and forth, but eventually, Evil Buu uses Majin Buu's own food power against him and turns him to chocolate and eats him, absorbing all his powers and turning into Super Buu. Welcome, Super Buu. Are we all good with Super Buu?
Finally, yes. Some respect.
He's becoming. Go ahead.
Super Buu goes crazy. I love Super Buu.
He is. I'm noticing that like as he absorbs more, he becomes like a more competent person.
Mm-hmm.
Like with like fingers and like nose and like dialogue and like all this other shit. Like this is like his most like. I don't know. He can't really speak or say words. He just kind of like primal. That's all I'd say. It's like a primal form. Where he's just like he's barely got thumbs. My man is just like talking all weird stuff. But Super Buu, he comes in and immediately makes an impact. The man kills the robber. He turns himself into goo and then jumps inside of one of the robbers and then makes one of the robbers explode. And that's how he
probably
kills
a
him.
terrible way to go, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
gross.
bro.
It's fucking gross. He tries to hem up Mr. Satan and B, but can't at this point because of Good Boo's memories inside him, and he's just like, yo. But Good Buu, all right. So this is one of the most like. This is the moment in Dragon Ball Z where I was like, oh, this shit is real. Where Super Buu senses where they're at on the lookout. No evil guy has ever been to the lookout. And he flies straight up there and like kicks down their front door, waving the 4-4 and all that other shit. And he's just like, yo, I'm here. And Piccolo is frightened. Piccolo's pissing his pants. Like,
it's the most like gangster shit that they've seen happen on top of that lookout by any villain.
To me, it's the most gangster shit ever. Yeah. Like literally. Like more than Frieza showing up on Earth.
Man, hold up. Wasn't Garlic Jr. on the lookout once?
Garlic Jr. don't count.
Let's go!
He had his
Garlic Jr. Hey, man.
What happened?
Shout out Garlic Jr., man.
Yeah,
what happened, Rob?
No. I'm agreeing with him. Yeah, he was on the lookout.
He was.
That's what
I hear what you. But you're right, Meelz. You're right, Meelz. I get it. He doesn't really count.
Garlic Jr. don't count. That shit aired on Saturdays, man.
This is definitely. This was way more gangster. Yes.
To me, he shows up. Piccolo has nowhere. There's no Goku. There's no Vegeta. There's no Gohan. All the three main characters are gone.
Just terrible.
So Piccolo
timing.
once again is de facto leader, and Majin Buu shows up on the lookout.
What?
What is it, guys?
He's coming! Majin Buu, he's here! He's here! Look, don't attack unless he attacks one of us first. Got it?
He shows up. Everyone's just like, yo, they're frightened. They're afraid. Like, Piccolo's just like, oh my God. And he's just like, what are you doing here? And Super Boo's just like, I'm looking for the fighter or some shit like that. And Piccolo's like, he's not ready. we need more time. Like, we need more time. And he's like, I want to fight him now. And Piccolo's just like, listen, if you need more time, there's like an earth full of people to kill. And wow, shout out to Piccolo. Part of him used to be the guardian of Earth.
he had to pull that one out, man. He had to.
I feel like he was saving that for last.
Yeah, I mean that's the only resort. He's thinking, okay, well, I can't die in this situation. I can't let Dende and these motherfuckers die. So he was just like, I can wish these people back.
We can wish them back with the Dragon Ball.
He's like, yo, don't even talk to me. Y'all know we can get these motherfuckers back.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
In
fact, we've come to this.
We've come to this, man. Basically, Piccolo said, "Hey, man, they gotta go, man. We gotta let them die."
Kill everybody. We can't get killed, so everybody else got to die. Listen, everybody got to go sometime.
That's very smart.
So they're trying to wake up Goten and Trunks while he's sleeping. Goku's back in the other world. Gohan's in the other world. Vegeta's dead. Everyone's dead. Super Buu just decides, listen, I'm not wasting nobody's time. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to go down there and start killing people one by one. It's gross. I've done that before. It's not cute. So the most metal shit ever. Well, I could probably classify as the most metal shit ever. I don't know. I'm not a metal person, but I feel like that's how people would describe it.
What is he doing?
Who knows? He's very peculiar.
Time to kill. What have I done? I won't fail you. I'll wish you all back. Human extinction attack. How do you like it? Now where's the strong one?
The human extinction attack. Rob, your thoughts?
I love this part. I just used that scene the other day to make like a Twitter joke about when Twitter was killing off all these profiles. That's essentially what it was.
That's what it was. Essentially, you're right.
Essentially what it was. That shit was so fire because he literally just walked halfway across the lookout just to see who was alive, and it just stands right in front of Piccolo and goes crazy.
He's making a count in his head. He's like 1, 2,
Bruh.
4 billion, 4 billion and 1.
Dude, it's some of the hardest shit. Yeah, bro, it's amazing.
One attack. They all look at it from the lookout. They see like billions of beams at this point. Gotta be shooting out of a thing. They all manage to hit everyone who, has nothing to defend against for the most part. I think there's only a few survivors left, which was like Mr. Satan, B, Tien, and Chaozu for some reason. I feel like there probably would be more. I feel like Android 17 maybe would not get hit. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm assuming something of that nature. They couldn't explain
that. They should have brought him back in this arc. An Android 17 in the Buu arc. Let's do a sidebar. Just a bit quick. We're about to end up right here, but Android 17 in the Buu arc. Would you have supported this idea?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That'd have been dope. I'd have liked
Hell yeah. I don't know what his role would have been, but hell yeah. Maybe they would have had they probably would have been the ones fusing him and 18.
Oh shit, that would have been freaky.
I'm just saying.
That'd have been way crazy. I don't think.
Oh my god. So we've reached the end here. Majin Buu has destroyed pretty much almost everyone on Earth. He's on the lookout. He's looking for the fighter. Piccolo trying to get Trunks and Goten ready for this fight. They're 2 kids. They're like 7 years old, 6 years old. They don't know what's the stress of going on. Piccolo's stressed. Everyone's stressed. We're all stressed. I remember exceedingly after this episode being equally as stressed out because I thought this was the most gangsta shit ever.
Facts,
I legit thought it was the most gangsta shit ever. I was just
it was hard, man. What do y'all like? Do y'all like human extinction attack or Thanos snap. Because I don't know, man. This Buu's move might have been a little bit more efficient.
I'll go with human extinction.
Buu killed everybody.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Thanos killed half of the people. I mean, instant. Don't get me wrong, instant.
Yeah,
and it was pretty brutal to actually see. It's actually brutal to see actually both of them. There's no like. It would have been wild if we saw Chao Tzu to say, "Mr. Tien, I don't feel so good." And
so tight.
Oh my god, my man would have shot off some tri-beams crazy.
Tien's at his strongest when Chao Tzu's dying. It's amazing.
Oh my god. Listen, this is the end of episode 19.
Damn, it's over already.
Episode 20, we're talking about, Old Kai. Yeah. We're talking about Majin Buu. Listen, we're talking about multiple Majin Buu. It gets booed up in this section. That's what we're gonna call next week's episode.
I'm about to say you just started something.
Listen, I know I did. Rob, thank you for coming through, bro.
Anytime.
Where can they find you on Twitter? Even though I'm sure they already know where the hell to find you.
For those listening, y'all can find me at Ugly New York on Twitter, on IG, on Tumblr, everywhere. That's just my main name. Follow my podcast, Ugly Radio. I'm gonna have more episodes in the works. It's just been a busy 2 weeks for me, and that's it. I'm glad I was able to be on the show, guys.
Jeff, any final words?
Man, just be safe. Everybody be safe, man. Live your life.
Listen,
man. Love who you want to love.
It's real out here. But until then, this has been episode 19 of The Lookout. Please follow us, RNC Radio. You can subscribe to RNC Radio on iTunes, now Spotify. Shout out to that. Speaker, and also I believe Google Play. You can follow RNC Radio Live on Twitter. You can follow that. That's exactly the account name, RNC Radio Live. You can follow myself at Meelz TV. That's MEELZ TV. You can follow Jeff at Old Newsboy. Yeah. And until next time, same Dragon Ball universe, same Dragon Ball time. This has been The Lookout. Peace.